Hello everyone, let's start today's computer class, and in this video we will do the revision of topic categories of computer. So as we know, computers are categorized based on generations, type, purpose and size. So today we will try to cover these two topics based on generations and based on type. Now, as we see with the passage of time, we can see the development of technologies. And this development of technologies we have divided into 5 generations. And in every generation, we will see the advanced technology than the previous generation. Fine. So, I have made a table so that easily you can memorize. So this is first generation, and the period for first generation was 1940 to 1956. Then in first generation, which component did we use? In first generation, we used vacuum tubes. Now the features. What were the features of first generation computers? Computers were larger in size, in fact very large in size, and almost one room was needed to occupy that computer. Computers occupied lot of space based on machine level and assembly languages. The computers which we used in first generation, that was based on machine level language and assembly languages. So all these we have to memorize, we have to learn that. Now come to the limitations. So what were the limitations of first generation computer? First was, it was difficult to operate. It was needed heavy AC system, AC air condition system. Why heavy air condition system was needed? Because of vacuum tubes. Vacuum tubes emit tremendous amount of heat. So due to that heat, we needed to use heavy AC systems. Third limitation was, it consumes high or huge quantities of power. So these were the 3 limitations, and in your book only limitations of first generation was given. So no need to go in that depth, and the second, third, no need to search for limitation. This is enough limitations for first generation. You have to learn this only. Fine. Now examples. What were the examples of first generation computer? ENIAC. And what is the full form of ENIAC? Electronic Numerical Integrator and Calculator. So this is the information of first generation computer. And in first generation, there was development in software also. What was the development? Which language was developed in first generation? Fortran. So all these points are key points. We are discussing only key points. You have to learn all these points. Fine. Here, electronic component, its features, limitations and example. And full form can also be asked. Fine. Now we move towards the second generation computer. In second generation computer, what was the time period? 1956 to 1963. Vacuum tubes were replaced by transistors, and due to these transistors, what was the impact? Impact was size has been reduced. Size of computer has been reduced. Now the computers were smaller in size in this generation. Second, faster in processing speed. So more faster as compared to the first generation computer, and smaller in size and more reliable also. So these are the features of second generation computer. Now example, UNIVAC and Leo. What is the full form of UNIVAC? Universal Automatic Computer, and Leo is Lyons Electronic Office. So these are the examples of second generation computer. Now we will see the third generation computer. Now the third generation computers, and the time for third generation was 1964 to 1971. And in this generation, which electronic components were used? ICs. And what is the full form of ICs? Integrated circuit. Now what is IC? IC chip or IC we can say. See, integrated circuit, it's a circuit having containing hundreds of transistors and other electronic components on a small chip, and that chip is called IC. Fine. Now, features of third generation computer: small in size. Because of this IC, these are small chips containing hundreds of transistors and other electronic components. Fine. And due to the small sizes, ICs, automatically size of computer has been reduced. So now in third generation, computers were small in size, faster in processing, more capacity to hold data. So these were the main features of third generation computer. Fine. Now examples: IBM 360, Honeywell 200. These were the examples of third generation computer, and in this generation mainframe computers were invented. Fine. So that's about the third generation computer. Now the fourth generation computer. In fourth generation computer, which electronic components were used? Microprocessors were used. Now what is the difference between IC and microprocessor? See, in this around hundreds we said about electronic components were used, but in microprocessors, it's a microprocessor we say it contains the CPU on a, we can say it's a CPU on a single chip containing millions of electronic components like transistors, capacitors, diodes. So it contains millions of electronic components on a small chip, small IC chip. This is microprocessor. Fine. And due to this microprocessor, obviously the speed of this fourth generation computer was faster as compared to the third generation. And what else? Other features: storage capacity increased up to terabytes and even petabytes. Fine. So storage capacity was very high as compared to the third generation. Now the second feature is widely used for general purpose and commercial application. So the computers of this generation, like what we call this generation computer, what we call microcomputers or PCs, which we commonly use PCs. So PCs we can use as a general purpose also and as a commercial purpose also. So computers of this generations were widely used for general purpose and commercial purpose application. And fourth generation computer duration was 1971 to 1988. Fine. And the examples were IBM 370 and Honeywell 6080. And the computer of these generations we call personal computer. Fine. Now fifth generation computer. Fifth generation computer we call the present as well as the future. And in fifth generation computer, our scientists are working on new concept, not new, we can say, they are working on artificial intelligence. They are trying to produce the intelligent computers. Generally we say computers don't have IQs, but our scientists are working so that they can take small decision by programming, but they can take small decision. They can talk like they can interact with the human beings, they can react towards the human beings. So in fifth generation, main concept is artificial intelligence, right? To create the intelligent computers. So that's it about the generations of computer. So 5 generations we have discussed. Now we will see the computers based on types. Now we will see category of computer based on type. Now on the basis of type, computers are categorized into 3 parts. Like First is analog computer, digital computer and hybrid computer. First, analog computer. What are analog computers? See, analog computer deals with analog data. It processes the analog data. Now, analog data is continuous in nature, like this. So, this is analog data and this is digital data. Two types of data or signal we can say, analog and digital. Fine. So, analog computer deals or processes analog data, and analog data is continuous in nature. Fine. Now, what is the use of analog computers? Analog computers are used to measure the physical quantities. Like physical quantities means what? Voltage, we can say current, we can say temperature. So, voltmeter, ammeter, thermometer, all these comes under analog computer. These are the examples of analog computer. Fine. Now come to the digital computers. What are digital computers? Digital computers we can say which processes the digital data. And what is digital data? Which is discrete in nature. This is continuous in nature and this is discrete in nature. Discrete in nature means 0 or 1. It is not continuous. It is either 0 or 1. Either 0 or 1. Fine. So as we know, our laptops, computers all works on digital data. And you can give, you might have seen the calculators or digital watches. So these are the few examples of digital computers. Fine. Now come to the hybrid computers. Hybrid computers are the computers which have features of both analog computers as well as digital computers. Fine. Which have both features. Like we can say there are watches, like we call it hybrid watches, which have both features. They have the features of analog watch as well as the digital watch. These are called hybrid watches, and this is an example of hybrid computer. So in this video we have discussed categories of computer based on generation and type, and that's it for this video. In the next video we will discuss based on purpose and based on size, and about computer languages we will discuss. Fine. So you revise well, and thanks for watching. Thank you.